Welcome back to my channel. I am back with another review, so if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you all, and let's just get right into this review. So this episode picks up where the last one left off, where Nunu and Keva, who are the replacements, end up moving into the Baddies' house, and they did not get a warm welcome from Ahna, Biggie, and Diamond the Body. Now we know why Ahna has a problem with them, because obviously Nunu ended up getting into it with Ahna a few episodes ago, and then obviously Biggie is friends with Ahna, so she's gonna jump in on any beef that Ahna has. And Diamond the Body, I was kind of confused as to why she was beefing with Nunu and Keva, but she was involved in it too. So at the very beginning of this episode, Keva and Diamond the Body end up fighting, and look, I watched this fight in slow motion and I saw that Keva was actually winning this fight with Diamond, but once Keva fell backwards on the couch, Diamond the Body was on top of her, and when Keva fell backwards on the couch, that's when Ahna ended up jumping in the fight. So while Diamond is hitting Big Keva, that's when Ahna ends up hitting her too, and she pulls off her wig, and Ahna starts yelling about how, you know, the reason why she hit Keva was because she saw Keva try to swing on Biggie. And that's why I was confused about Diamond the Body, because she sat there and tagged herself into this fight for Ahna, even though Ahna wasn't even fighting for her. She was fighting Keva for Biggie. But I don't care what the reason was for Ahna saying that she jumped Keva, because at the end of the day, Ahna said that half of her face is fractured, so if she can't be touched by anybody, she shouldn't be allowed to put her hands on anybody else. And because of the fact that Ahna ended up jumping Keva, Keva said that she wanted to fight Ahna, but she wasn't going to fight her because she's a lot bigger than her and she would have hurt her. So she said that somebody needs to fight her for Ahna. But I'm sorry, I'm not with that, oh, Keva's too big to be fighting Ahna thing, because, okay, she is a lot bigger than Ahna, but if Anna's big enough to put her hands on Keva, then Keva should be able to put her hands back on Ahna as well. And I know Keva was the one that said she wasn't going to hit Ahna because Anna's too small, but everybody was also protecting Ahna too, saying that she was too small. And I don't agree with that. Now, I don't think that Keva needed to drag Ahna the way that she probably could, because Ahna is a lot smaller than her, but Ahna shouldn't have even came on the show if nobody can touch her, because her face is messed up at the moment. And I'm sorry, but Tasiki was getting on my nerves standing in front of Ahna trying to shield her from Keva. Keva already said that she wasn't going to put her hands on Ahna, so I really didn't think it was necessary for Tasiki to be standing in front of Ahna trying to protect her. And at the end of the day, Ahna has a really big mouth. Now, I do like Ahna sometimes, but her mouth is really big, so if she has a big mouth the way that she does, then she should be able to defend herself. She shouldn't need people to protect her. Now, I can understand Tasiki being friends with Ahna, so she wants to be there for her friend, but you also don't have to shield her either, because it's a one-on-one situation. There's no need for anybody to be protecting a grown-ass woman. Now, while Keva was talking to Tasiki, that's when Diamond the Body came out of nowhere and she punched Keva in her mouth, and Keva's mouth was bleeding, so Keva ended up walking away and going outside, trying to cool off a little bit and wait for her mouth to dry up the blood, and then she ends up coming back inside. Now look, Keva should have swung on Diamond after Diamond punched her in the mouth. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think that she should have just walked out the room and acted like nothing happened. No, like, this girl just punched you in your mouth and your mouth was bleeding. Now, I don't really like the double standards on this show, because they were all going off on Nunu and Keva about sneaking people, but a few episodes ago when Diamond snuck Bianca, everybody was cheering her on, the same people who were saying that Nunu was wrong when she snuck Diamond the Body. So to me, I'm confused. And then Diamond goes and sneaks Keva and everybody makes excuses for it. So look, I definitely do feel like there's a double standard on the show. I feel like Diamond the Body held her own in these fights. I think that she fought well, but I do think that she was stupid for even getting herself involved in Anna's beef, because Ahna already said that she wouldn't have fought for anybody else. The only person that she's willing to even fight for, in my opinion, is Biggie, because she literally told Diamond to her face that the only reason why she ended up jumping in that fight between Diamond and Keva is because she saw Keva swing on Biggie. It wasn't because Keva was fighting Diamond. Sapphire was right though when she was telling Keva that she shouldn't have turned her head to somebody that she just fought. Like, why would you turn away when you just fought Diamond the Body and she's still in the same room? That is true. But I also feel like Diamond the Body does things for attention, because she wants the cameras to be on her and she wants to be as entertaining as possible so that they bring her in for another season. I'm not saying she's wrong for that. I'm just saying I don't really take her serious because of that. Now, Diamond and Keva end up getting into a fight again, and this time they're swinging on each other. It's kind of awkward at first, but Keva ends up tossing the hell out of Diamond. She tosses Diamond and Diamond falls across the floor. And I'm not gonna lie, I had to laugh out loud when Diamond the Body got tossed across the floor by Keva, because it was just funny. Like, look, Diamond the Body will fight if she has to, And she handles herself well when she does fight, but that was funny the way that Keva tossed her. Now, Natalie ended up putting a stop to all the fighting that was going on because they had a club appearance that they had to go to. And look, when they were on the way to the club, they were all in different cars, and Rolly happened to be in the car with the replacements, Nunu and Keva, and she told them that she felt like they stood their ground. And look, I completely agree with Rolly on that. I feel like Nunu and Keva did well. They stood their ground. They fought when they had to. And to me, they didn't fight bad either. I think that they handled themselves well, even when they had a bunch of different people against them. So I definitely agree with Rolly on that. But Meatball was in the other sprinter on the way to the club, and she was complaining once again about these Baddies chains. She started asking them what she has to do to get a Baddies chain, and she started telling them that she doesn't want to have to be shaped like them or dressed like them in order to be a baddie. And look, they started telling her that Biggie is not shaped like them either, but she's still a baddie. And so I don't really feel like that's the reason why Meatball hasn't gotten her chain. I feel like the reason why they haven't given Meatball her chain is because they see that she's pressed about this chain, so they want to make her wait for it even longer, and that's probably the reason why they haven't given it to her. But my thing is too, she doesn't have to be shaped like the other girls in order to be a baddie, because Biggie is not shaped like them either, but Biggie knows how to dress up when they're going out somewhere and make herself look just as good as the other girls look. I don't usually talk about how these girls dress or how they look, but I honestly do feel like Meatball needs to do better with dressing up when they go out to the club, because look, they went out to the club in this episode and everybody was dressed really, really nicely. Some of them were dressed very simple, but they looked cute while they were dressed simple. Meatball looked like she put zero effort into her outfit, and I'm not saying that she has to wear what these girls wear or have a face full of makeup or a wig on her head. I'm not saying that. There's a way to be as natural as possible but still look nice when you go out, and I feel like Meatball hasn't gotten that yet. But I'm glad that Sapphire and Jayla kept it real with Meatball and let her know that even though she doesn't want to be portrayed as a hater, that's kind of what she looks like, because she kind of was not happy for Tinkerbella or Asian Doll, and she tried to take from their moment when they ended up receiving their Baddies chain. And I'm glad that they told her to her face instead of talking about it behind her back, because a lot of the other girls feel the same way, but they didn't tell it to Meatball. I'm kind of also feeling like the reason why they haven't given Meatball a Baddies chain is because she can be a liability, because she keeps on pulling out weapons every time it's time for her to fight somebody, and to me that's not safe at all. So to me, they're probably questioning whether or not they should let her back on the show. Now, they all end up going to the beach the very next day after the club. Natalie just wanted everybody to have a nice day on a boat, and so they end up all going to the beach, and Natalie tells them that they can get on the boat once she gets the other person that's joining them on the boat. And look, most of these girls definitely did not listen. They ended up jumping on the boat anyway and trying to have a good time because they were tired of waiting around all day, while Sapphire and Mariahlynn stayed on the beach with Rolly and Natalie. And so I think that Sapphire and Mariahlynn already knew that Bianca was the one coming, because to me it wasn't a coincidence that the two people that have beef with Bianca were the two that were not on the boat with the rest of the girls. And so Bianca ends up coming over there and she's having a conversation with Natalie. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of Bianca, but I do kind of understand where she's coming from, because she started telling Rolly and Natalie that she doesn't understand why a lot of the girls have an issue with her, because she said that the reason why she came on the show in the first place was to defend Mariahlynn, because she felt like Suki and Sapphire did her wrong last season, and that's the reason why she came on the show to fight Sapphire. But everybody started telling her that she was wrong for fighting Sapphire for Mariahlynn. So when Mariahlynn ended up getting into it with Asian Doll, she stayed out of the fight. Some of that had to do with her squashing the beef with Asian Doll before Asian Doll showed up in Puerto Rico, and the other part of that is because Mariahlynn admitted that she told Bianca not to get involved in the fight. But as soon as she did not get involved in the fight, Mariahlynn and everybody turned on her for not jumping in it. So she feels like she's damned if she does, damned if she doesn't. And I completely agree and understand where she's coming from with that. I don't care who doesn't agree with my opinion on that. I think that what Bianca is saying makes a lot of sense. However, I cannot excuse her spitting on Sapphire, because spitting is the most disrespectful, disgusting thing that you can do to somebody. So I can understand why Sapphire got pissed off as soon as she saw Bianca on the beach. Now, Sapphire ends up walking up on Bianca to fight, because obviously Bianca had been spitting on her, and the last time they saw each other was at Lemmy's party, and Bianca wanted to fight her again. So now that they're face to face and it's just the two of them, Sapphire wants to fight. Now, they start fighting each other, okay? Now, I watched the fight in regular motion before I watched it in slow motion, and when you watch it regular, it seems like Sapphire won the fight, but then when you watch it in slow motion, you realize that Sapphire didn't even really connect any of her hits. Watch it in slow motion, I'm telling you. watch it on your phone or a handheld device and watch it in slow motion. Sapphire was missing damn near all of her hits. I'm not saying that Bianca won the fight, but I'm not saying that she lost either. I think that neither one of them won that fight. I think they both kept up with each other. But to say that Sapphire won that fight and you didn't watch it in slow motion, to me doesn't really make any sense. So then after Bianca and Sapphire get into a fight, now Mariahlynn decides that she wants to get some shine and she wants to fight Bianca too. So the two of them start fighting each other, and obviously Mariahlynn did not win that fight. I don't think that Bianca did that great in that fight either. However, she definitely did better than Mariahlynn. I watched that fight in slow motion too. Mariahlynn was trying to make it seem like she won that fight and she didn't. I think it's good that Mariahlynn will fight if she has to, and she will defend herself and she's not afraid to. I think that that's great. However, her making it seem like she beat up Bianca in this fight did not happen. Now at this point, Bianca ends up leaving, and that's when, you know, we see the clips for next week's episode. And obviously Rolly seems to have a really big issue with Mariahlynn. I think she thinks Mariah is fake, and she thinks that Mariah tries to pretend like she can fight when she really can't. So you can hear Rolly in the clip saying that Sapphire won the fight with Bianca, but Mariahlynn ended up getting beat up. So I definitely can tell that something's going to be brewing between the two of them in next week's episode. So those are my thoughts on this week's episode of Baddies Caribbean. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you all, and until next time, I will talk to you guys in my next video.